Episode number 39 of Beyond the Rift with our special guest, Mr. Xpecial himself. Xpecial, give him a quick, let the people know, if they don't know you already, which they should, give them a couple facts about yourself.
So I play support for Team Dignitas, and so we're like technically all like teammates, former kind of in a way, like kind of like you guys are my ancestors actually. Think about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a way of looking at it. I've been referred to as a caveman before, so I can see that. How is are you in a new dig house, or are you at the dig house that we were in?
We're still in the old one, but we're moving out hopefully soon.
Wait, really? Holy shit,
yeah.
I love that place, man. What the hell? Where are you guys moving out to? Like a mansion with like 50 fucking rooms or what?
It just has to be closer to the studio. We're in Long Beach basically. It's kind of far from the studio. It kind of sucks.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. Alright, well, I'm a cutie pie, the host with the most, ladies and gentlemen. It's me. I do the Beyond the Rift talking shit, and I do all that stuff. Scar, though, they want to know about you. Scar, give them a quick little intro on yourself.
Alright, welcome. I am the ancestor of one of our special guests here today. I'm that old. I've been around this thing forever. I've been a player, I've been coach, analyst, all that kind of stuff. And I'm here to do with you guys to share my knowledge.
Alright then. Let's start off then. We're going to start off sharing some knowledge with a quick little introduction to the bloody peripherals, dude. Let me spread some knowledge to the kids out there right now. If you need peripherals, and you need them now, and you need them good, bloody headset, bloody keyboard, bloody makes everything, man. And let me tell you, dude, with their engineering process, the bloody headset and gear set is unrivaled. I love them. Scar, you love them?
I love them.
All right, that's great. Discord, fantastic sponsor. Live Q&A session at the end of the Beyond the Rift. Click the link down below. Follow the Discord. Get the download. You go to the Beyond the Rift Discord channel. Ask Questions Here is the name. And you ask questions there. At the end of the show, we'll answer any and all questions that you have. Not all questions, but we'll answer some of them. All right, though. Let's get it underway, then. Let's just get into the meat of the topic. We're going to start off with topic number 1, as selected by Skara. He wants to know, they've announced an update on the mid-season changes recently. What's something that you're looking forward to? We'll let Scar start off. Scar, okay. You can start off. Because I actually have no fucking idea. I haven't looked at the changes
yet. You haven't looked at it yet?
No.
Oh, man. I'm looking forward to the... I actually think the new Zac is so stupid. I want to see how it looks. I think that the new Zac his Q allows you to tag someone. You throw it out there, and when his left arm attaches to someone, and then you auto attack someone else, and it brings them together. Like they kind of like smack together. And then his ulti got changed to where if you hold it down, you like dissolve into like this big blob underneath them, and then you can carry them to any location you want. So you jump in, and then you can like carry them back into your tower. It's pretty.
Wait, so like a Tom Kench style thing?
Yes, and it's like as long as they're on top of his body, his blob body, he can move them wherever he wants after a certain amount of time.
Huh. Wow, that sounds really fucking interesting. Wow, I was like, when I first heard that they were changing Zac, I was like, man, Zac's pretty like fun. Like, I mean, yeah, he's when I play Zac, it's literally just me mashing Q and W the entirety of the game because it's on like a no second cooldown. But I liked him the way he was. These changes sound pretty fucking fun though. Especially, do you know these changes?
Yeah, the Zac one looks really troll. It's like there's adding a lot of different stuff, and it just sounds really broken. But then it'll probably be really weak because like the numbers are really low. But like it has a lot of utility. It's just, I mean, it's better than just putting damage into everything. I'm down.
Yeah, I really like the idea of just like not just fucking damage on everything, giving like utility. Like I want to see because I didn't know what the fuck Zach can do, but if he can just like grab people and fucking drag them around and shit, that sounds fucking hilarious. Like, that makes me want to play Zach. Like, I mean, I used to have fun playing Zach before, but he gets old really fucking fast. Like, that champion is brain dead right now. You just you just go into a team fight and mash all your buttons. So I'm pretty excited to hear that one. Is there any other changes, Scar? Oh wait, I saw the Maokai change. His like W is now, it's like slow as fuck or something.
It's really slow.
Did they change the range of it at all or no?
I don't know. They didn't change like anything. They didn't mean to change anything, or they didn't initially announce it. But if you see the video, they like nerfed the speed of his W by like 50%. And it's just super weird.
That shit is slow as hell. I don't know why they did that, but that looks terrible for him. Do you guys think?
I think the rest of his kit is different, though. Like,
yeah, his ulti is just like that enormous, like, tree Nami wave snare.
Yeah. It's even slower, though. It's like everything about Maokai is just super slow now. It's kind of weird.
Wait, does he still have the damage reduction? Like, is he still meant to be a tank, or?
No. Like, he is, but, like, he has none of that. His ulti has changed to literally Nami Wave. That snares.
Does he still have his passive, at least?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, but they got nerfed. So it's like, it's going to be really hard to deal with now. I think there's a base cooldown in the passive now, too.
Oh, what the fuck? Wait, he sounds terrible, then.
Maybe.
Wait, did they put the numbers out? Is he meant to be like a fucking carry or something now?
They have not put the numbers out. I think he's supposed to be a tank, but he's going to be like a weird follow-up flanking tank guy.
That doesn't sound very good, but okay.
To be fair, old Maokai was so broken. It was like...
Oh, yeah, I mean...
That just never dies.
Yeah, that shit was brain dead as fuck. Like, when they announced... Like, I remember it used to be like you threw the ulti at a certain spot and it just stayed there. When they changed that shit from doing that to just being on top of him, it was just like, this champion's never gonna be fucking fair to play again. Like, he just drags around, like, what is it? It's like 30% or 40% damage reduction. It's just, what the fuck do you do against it? And he can go basically invulnerable with his W, and he heals for stupid amounts of life, and he does a fuck ton of damage. That champion was a mess, so. I mean, I'm glad that they changed it, but. Is there any other changes?
I guess the biggest thing is like the Rift Herald. I was actually curious what you guys think about this. So Rift Herald is being changed to, when you kill it, you get an inventory item where you can summon a PvE siege monster to run down the lane. You can summon a Yorick ulti down the lane, and it just beats the crap out of siege towers.
Oh yeah, and I heard that. Yeah, that's a really fucking good idea, because like that's what was like originally intended for, like something like Banner of Command, but that shit, I mean, people tried doing it, but it never really took off or anything. Do you know if is it actually like a formidable opponent, or is it just like the banner creep that just dies to the turret?
I think it's supposed to be like Rift Herald, like the same strength. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Maybe a little bit weaker, but yeah, no, it's supposed to be like a big body. Like, it's something that takes a while to kill.
Yeah, that would be fucking ridiculous. Like, God, I can't imagine if you're just getting pounded top lane, and then the top laner summons that thing to split push with them, and then it's like, how do you even fucking deal with it? Does it stay in your inventory for like, does it have a duration, like it only stays for 30 minutes, or could you just...
I think, it is a flat amount of time, but I don't know the exact number.
Okay, so you can't just hold on to it until like you're like, alright, I'm gonna wait like 40 minutes and then drop this fucking thing?
It's probably like within like the next 10 minutes you have to use it. But I mean, that's a long ass time. Like, even 5 minutes is a long time.
Yeah, it's probably something really short. It doesn't say like exact time, but I'm sure it's like only a few minutes.
Okay, is that all it does? Is it just gives you like the super creep in a wave, basically, or no?
Yeah.
Don't know. I mean, they kind of like they gave out like what the patch is about, but not like the details, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I mean, I'm excited. Like, if it is the same strength as Rift Herald, that's probably going to be broken as fuck because I don't understand how you could possibly deal with, like, if your versus, like, a fucking Fiora and she gets a lead on you, it's like, okay, she's just going to split push me to death with the Rift Herald, and someone has to come over here. Oh, looks like we lost Baron now. I guess we just lost the game. Like, that just, it sounds pretty fucking unfair if it is the same strength as Rift Herald. If that thing just gets decimated by the towers like banner creeps, then I don't think it really matters though. So
It also has an eye, so maybe you have to like kill it fast by going behind it.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do as well. But I mean, getting behind a melee minion like while they're sieging seems like you might be in a little bit of trouble if you could do that.
Yeah, like
it's hard to do that.
Yeah, like if you're already losing and that thing comes out, I don't think you'll be able to get behind it. Unless Zach can grab it and just drag it out or some shit. That'd be kind of cool, but I don't really see how. Any other changes for this?
I mean, they got a bit, but no, I'm done talking about it. I just wanted to know what you guys' thoughts about the Rift Herald.
Okay.
What about the support items, guys? Come on.
Yeah.
There we go.
I saw this stupid ancient coin. It gives like an additional skill point now after. My biggest problem with that. Do you know how it works? It says that it's like a random chance when a creep dies, it either gives you gold or mana. Is it like 50-50 that it'll drop something and then 50-50 what it'll give, or how does that work?
I don't even know where that is.
I
just saw the quest shit. Like you like stuff. Like I don't know.
I thought that was really weird. Like they have quests for supports now. Like I think they're trying to make supports like strong. Like people want to play support, right? But I think supports in like at least itemization wise, they're in a great place at the moment. In terms of like the variety of strong items they could buy. So maybe this is just something to help them out more.
I don't know about that, man. Like you got redemption or you got your AP items, and like there's only one champion that actually goes AP. Everyone else just goes redemption every single game.
But I mean, isn't redemption Locket, Censor, Knight's Vow, Crucible, like all good items? It's just like some items are super OP, right? Redemption stupidly OP.
Yeah.
But it's like your itemization options are really good. Like usually,
I mean, it's better than before. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
But like the purpose of the quest is just to make it so your early game is more active, and like you get like I don't know about you, but whenever I see people playing Janna and solo queue and they're like as effective as me by doing nothing, it's like kind of irritating.
Hey, come on, dude! You can't say doing nothing. That's taking it too far, man.
Sorry. Not doing nothing. Just not doing as much. Not putting in the extra effort that I want to see the Janna player put in. You know.
Alright, fair enough. I mean, I think the Janna's putting in some work, dude. Like, I can tell the difference between a god awful like first time Janna and a Janna that's like played it once or twice. I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you that it's kind of stupid, but I don't really. Do you really see Janna that often now, or no?
I mean, I haven't been playing that much recently, but when I was playing, I would see it like almost every other game. It was pretty annoying, actually. It was like Janna and Soraka. I'd never see Zarya. Like, I see Karma a little bit. No one plays Thresh, so like it's really. I was really surprised just to see the champion pool go back to like the passive shit.
Huh.
But this is like 2 weeks ago, so.
Alright, fair enough.
That changed.
Yeah, I mean, I just play against like fucking basically Lulu every fucking game unless it's banned, because that champion's just give me like, you want to talk about a champion that doesn't have to do anything? Like Lulu's just the most brain dead fucking shit. I hate playing against that shit.
I don't know. Whenever I play Lulu, I die like 15 times in lane just because like I'm trying to do shit, and then this doesn't work. But I try at least. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't even matter if you die on her though. She's like Janna on fucking steroids, because not only is she just gonna make you unkillable, she's also just gonna kill everyone for you because she does like stupid amounts of damage. Fucking
Yeah, I mean, at least you do something. I don't know. When I see Janus, I just see him behind like the enemy AD carry, behind like the creeps, under the turret, and it's fine. Like that's a good lane for Janna. Like as long as she's not dead, she's winning the lane. And whenever I see that, I'm just like, I hate you. And I start roaming, and then my team just dies, and I'm just like, okay, great, another perfect game against Janna.
What do you think of the quest items though? Are there any ones in particular that, like the ancient coin, it gives you a skill point. Spell thieves gives you move faster when you poke people.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
It's just like random. They just have like these little like phrases. It doesn't tell you numbers. I don't know how much it procs. It's hard to like say much about it.
fair enough. Yeah, I'm interested at the ancient coin, but yeah, I have to see like the specifics of it for it to be like have any meaning at all. Because if it's like it gives you an additional skill point when you're like level 12, it's like cool. That's
Yeah, it doesn't really do much.
yeah. Like if it gives you an additional skill point at like level 4 or 5, it's like that shit's gonna be busted as fuck, and everyone's gonna be using it. So
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like at the middle levels, like 8 or 9. That's
yeah.
my guess. That'd be most balanced.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see with that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're changing GA to have armor and AD. What do you think about that? Are any of you guys scared about having tanks that build GA or bruisers that build GA and just beat the shit out of you?
They're already doing that. I don't think it'll stop them. I just think it's now a more viable AD option. I don't know how I feel like about ADs being less killable, but I think it should be an option for them. I don't mind. It's okay.
What, you don't like AD carries dying by everything?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm the mid lane player, right? I'll just like Augusta win passes the AD carry player, and he gets like tagged by Fizz ulti from across the screen. He dies instantly. You know, I think it's funny, but like as an AD carry player, I can understand it could be a little bit frustrating.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious how like this last split was kind of like a patch of assassins. Like everyone was playing assassins, like literally every single role, and then now it's like, so AD carries, you're gonna have a GA now every single game, and these assassins. Well, have fun with that.
Hey, I love it, man. That's just how I figure Riot balances. They just balance like, all right, you're gonna be worthless and you're gonna be really good. All right, you're too good. Now you're gonna be worthless and you're gonna be really good. That's just how I see it. So when I like Assassin, like everyone was like, man, Cutie, how do you play AD, man? This shit sucks. It's like, I'm just waiting, dude. I'm just gonna wait until this patch comes out. My Bork comes out. I'm just gonna build Bork on everything, kill everything now. Like, I'm good, dude. I'm pretty I'm pretty excited for this thing because they're changing like all the or not all the tank items, but some tank items too. So I'm excited to see what happens. But let's go to the next topic, shall we? Next topic is Coach Cop, truly the best coach of all time. Xpecial, fill us in on Coach Cop. Is he the greatest?
Oh man. So obviously our team was like super shit for a while, and then like Cobb came in, but it was like obviously Cobb did his job really well, and like he helped us a lot. But I mean, we didn't exactly do too well towards the end. It's not exactly his fault, but during that long stretch like that we did really well, a lot of it could be attributed to Cobb and like our staff. So yeah, he did a really good job. And I definitely don't think that, like, Reaper and those other coaches did better than Cobb. So I was actually surprised to not see him, like, be one of the coach of this season, like, top 3 or whatever.
What do you think? What do you think Cobb did differently than, because you had, like, a Korean, I don't know what the word is. Sky, help me out here. Korean, like...
Coaches?
Yeah, ensemble. You had a whole lot of Korean, like... helpers out there, but you guys had announced that you were gonna get rid of them or whatever. What does Cobb do differently that helps you?
Did you guys hear about what actually happened? Like, do you guys know about what happened?
No,
you didn't hear about it?
No.
Well, I mean, I'm not allowed to talk about it publicly, but if you ask around, you'll definitely hear about it. And it was really, really troll what happened, and the fact that Cobb didn't do what they did was enough for us to not be awful. That was basically it.
Jesus,
And then,
that was it. That was enough, dude. He didn't do what they did.
No. Cop did more than what I expected, but at the same time, like we were. I can't say why, but like it was pretty troll what happened, and yeah.
Okay.
I can't go into details.
What did Cop do that impressed you? You said he did more than you expected. What's something that he did that you were like, that's a smart idea, man. I like that thing.
Yeah, so a lot of it was just like Cop and Mike like just working on the draft like really hard, and towards the end our drafts were actually really good. And draft is really it's really what you call it dependent on like the team and stuff like that. And we always felt like we had a good draft going to the games, and this doesn't mean you always win, but our draft story, we were very confident in them, and I think looking at it objectively, it was pretty good. We always had like some good drafts, and it's hard to get good drafts every single game. So that is something that's very impressive in my opinion, and a good reason why a lot of our games are just very easy for us.
Well, how do you think the next season is going to be with Coach Cop?
So I mean, Cop is awesome. I just think he lacks like a bit of like force. He's not very forceful on us. He doesn't really like push us to like fix all our mistakes or whatnot. I think he'd be harsher, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just like a sadist or something like that. But I just respond very well to people just being hard on me, and Cop is just not. He's just too nice of a guy. Like I don't know what to say. Like he just needs to be a bit more aggro or something, man.
Is Dignitas looking into picking up like another coach? Because if Cop could be like your strategic coach, are you getting someone who's more like more hands-on, more like aggressive? Something you guys are looking into?
Perhaps. I can't talk about that, obviously. But yeah, I mean, Cop probably could be more aggressive if we like told him to. But I mean, like I'm just saying from this last split, and we didn't really like give him that much feedback during the split because like we were doing pretty well. But yeah.
All right, fair enough. Then let's go on. Next topic. Riot has gradually been turning MSI into a huge event the past few years. Has the hype for the event started to match Worlds for you? I think that MSI is pretty fucking cool, yeah. I mean, I don't think that it'll ever match Worlds, but, I mean, international tournaments, that's cool. I got no problem with them.
I think they've actually been building up MSI to be like the second Worlds. It's like mini Worlds. And I think that when I was first said, it was like a little bit of a joke. Oh, mini Worlds, haha. Now it's like, oh shit, it's 3 weeks long. Like they are spending some serious amount of time and energy to making MSI like a big event. And so I actually really like it. I think that it's great that there's like a second Worlds like halfway through the split. So it makes the first split matter a lot more. I think at least.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's such a bait. It's like, what's the point of MSI? Like, you get that one seed, but like, you're not even guaranteeing that seed for yourself. It's just for your region. And there's like the whole regional pride shit, but I mean, every region just has like a bunch of Koreans now. Like, I don't see like this regional pride be such a big deal. It's pretty much about your team, and you don't really gain anything from MSI. Like, there's no large prize pool. All you get is just like some pride, and I don't know. I just feel like compared to CSGO and all these other esports, they have way more tournaments, international tournaments, more teams, and more at stake. That's how I see it. I see like Worlds. I see like Riot like really dropping the ball with these international tournaments. Like MSI is great and all, but I'd rather see more tournaments than just one MSI with one team per region.
Would MSI be better if there was like a big prize pool attached to it? Like let's say they just threw in like a $500,000 as a prize pool. Would it be like a good thing for you?
I mean, personally, no, because I know that, unless you're the best team in your region, you're not going to go there. And like, I just like to see more national tournaments. So that's my big thing, because we see like teams like FlyQuest, for example, right? They're dominating the beginning of the split, and then all of a sudden they were almost out of playoffs. And if they had a tournament, for example, if Red had like bi-weekly tournaments or whatever instead of LCS. Not saying that I want that, but for example, then Flyclass could have taken a tournament. People recognize it as like a strong team, and they would actually have gained something. And I mean, that's how like CS:GO is, for example, where they have a lot of these tournaments, and there's always teams that go up and down. Sometimes it's the patch, but I mean, I like to see more winners. I don't want to see just one or two teams every single time from the same region compete. I would rather see like winners from different times, and not everyone's gonna be at their best every single time. So you're just gonna have new winners every single time, or a lot more, and I think that's more fun.
Well, so you're basically saying you don't really like the way that it's set up right now, like spring summer split. Do you want to have like just like CS:GO, just a bunch of tournaments and stuff, something like that? Do you want to have like one split? Like some people have suggested just having like a summer split or something, and then Worlds, and then you can have like international tournaments in between that the whole time. Like, is there something that you would like to see, or are you fine with this system?
I think that'd be better, or like just do 2 Worlds. Like if that's like that's what I would want. But obviously, the whole draw for Worlds is that it's like the biggest tournament of the year, so having 2 Worlds would be kind of redundant. But I would much rather prefer a tournament for spring, like a bunch of tournaments for like most of the year, and then one giant league, or like basically what is summer for summer. But obviously that's my opinion, and that's a lot of it's because I've been playing for a very long time, and it's like I've seen both sides of it, and like I enjoy both aspects, and I kind of am greedy. I don't want to lose both or lose either one, but I do enjoy like the season 2 era at some points. But I also enjoy like the league system, and like the stability that kind of provides. But it gets a little boring over the years. Like it's just you just kind of like off season, you just kind of sit here and like go on the show and like having a lot of fun. Like I love you guys and all, but like you don't do this.
I know what you mean, man. Like when you go in the off season, it's just like you're just watching these teams, and it's just like, why the fuck am I watching this shit, man? I gotta fucking just watch these fucking losers play this stupid. That should be me up there. I know what you fucking mean, dude. That shit gets real old real fast. Especially, if you're like missing one tournament, it's like, whatever, dude. But if you start missing them regularly, it just starts to weigh on you like, man, this fucking sucks. I know what you mean with that shit. I agree with you. Yeah, like the LCS system, it definitely could use some work to like make it more exciting, because these fucking like spring split, I was loving it at the start, and then halfway through it's just like, who gives a shit? And then at the end it's like, okay, cool, and then it's over, and it's like, I don't really care about any of these teams. I can't imagine the people that actually have to play in it, because I mean, then it's just like, okay, I don't have anything to do now I just wait for summer split. I guess I'm just gonna fucking try to practice and get better. So it's pretty lame. Scar, what do you think though about that?
I guess for me the stability is nice, but it does get grindy over the weeks, And I think maybe it's because I do like 2 shows, and so I week by week, especially post league time, like I understand like it gets like really really grindy in terms of like just how the weeks drag on. I think actually now that I think about it, I think MSI would be cool if it was a mini worlds, if it was like the top 3 in this division can go as well, and even if like. Yeah, I think limited to just one team that wins a year or wins the split is like it kind of sucks to be any of the other teams that aren't like in the finals right now. At least the first split.
Yeah, because like even if you don't follow the team, whoever goes first, I mean, it's probably gonna be who do you think it's gonna be?
I have a slide coming. I don't want to say yet, dude. That's going to be one of the stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Like, if you don't care about that shit, like, I feel like you want to get as many teams in there as possible, because, like, hey, I might want to watch, like, some random fucking team in there that got top 4. Hey, this will be cool. Let me go watch that. Instead, it's like, well, it's TSM, and I mean, I could watch them some other time. This is cool, but whatever, dude. Like, I don't know. I agree. If it was a mini worlds, like top 4 teams go at it, and it's just like a whole fucking extravaganza. Because right now it is an extravaganza, but it's definitely not wow, this tournament rocks. It's like, it's another tournament. Cool, I guess. I don't know.
I think a lot of it, actually, now I think about it, is like the turnover for the games that you play. Like, back in Season 2 and stuff like that, you would probably play like maybe like 10 games total, and like per like each game you play on stage. But for LCS, you play like 50 to 100 games per game that you actually play on stage. So like, it just feels like you're practicing so much, and you don't really get to show off that much on stage. That's kind of the way I see it. I don't know. I just like playing on stage way more than practicing. I mean, and also I hate like how little games you get to play unless you're like winning everything.
All right, fair enough then. We'll go on.
It's something like that. I don't know.
Hey, I feel you on that, dude. You should be able to. I mean, we talked about it before, how there should be like more just international tournaments for people to like show up. Like, I want to see how teams are developing compared to like other regions. Not like, okay, this is top one versus each other. Like, that shit's awesome, but I want to see how the other tiers of teams are like comparing to other regions. So I agree with you there. Let's go to the next topic. There's been a bit of talk about the state of bot lane and NALCS and how it's relatively weak this split. What's your take on this? I mean, it was like back when it was just a bunch of shitty ADs that were being played. I think bot lane's perfectly fine now. Like, I have no problems playing bot lane. Like, Xpecial, you play it in the LCS. So what do you think of like bot lane now?
I think there was like a small period of time where like in the beginning of this split where are we talking about like the players or are we talking about like the champions?
Oh, I kind of want to know both. Now that I think about it, I think the players are more interesting because we got you on this show. So I'm actually really interested to hear what you think about like the bot lane players in the LCS.
So I think
oh, sorry. Keep going.
Okay, sorry. I think in the beginning there was a lot of synergy issues between a lot of teams, and like I think TSM and like P1 they're just not doing so well. But then as the split progressed and like people are starting to get and gel together, I think the bot lanes are fine now. I think they would do fine against all the other regions. But yeah, there was a period of time when it was like really, really bad, where I felt like I went to scrims and it's like everyone's just trolling. Yeah, I mean, that's sometimes how it is, but
yeah,
it shouldn't be like that.
I mean, watching that shit, it was just like, these games are fucking fiestas, man. What the fuck am I watching? But I mean, I feel like that was a given though, because so many teams had like changed so much shit up that I wasn't really expecting like this split to be, oh my god, this is gonna be the greatest League of Legends that I'm gonna see. It's like, there's gonna be a lot of fucking problems this split, and hopefully teams can work that shit out. But I mean, yeah, I agree that I feel like most bottom lanes now aren't having the issues that they used to. So, but
yeah, and also this last patch, the one with Ignite buff, like really made bot lane really important, and like I think all the teams are, well, yeah, most of the teams right now in the playoffs, like they have really decent bot lanes, and it's like they all do well.
So you're happy with the state of bot lane at the moment? You wouldn't change anything?
I mean, I would want to change it, but just because like I see like right now the supports being a lot more supporty and not as like initiating or like tanky, and I like initiating, I like being a tank, so that kind of sucks. But I mean, this is a different play style. You just have to adapt.
Well, do you feel like tanks have a place in the bot lane? Because I mean, for me, when I imagine I feel like my support has to dictate the lane for me, so they pretty much have to be something that does damage.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there still could be a place for like playing like a Thresh or something, or like a Leona? Or probably not Leona, but
right now, like level 1 and 2 is extremely important in pro play. That's why you see like literally everyone just runs bot level 1. Like there's sometimes even like 10 people just straight up just go bot, just like try to fight for the brush control. It's just like bot lane is the most important lane right now, because that's the lane that can take the turrets, and that's the lane that kind of snowballs the game, and it has dragon. So everything's just bot side, and junglers are just always bottom nowadays. And this makes it so if you're just losing your 2v2 matchup, That's not a good sign. And it's just every team just needs a strong bot lane right now.
I mean, do you feel like there's anything that could change though about bottom lane, like support matchups that make it so tanks and stuff were more viable?
It depends on like the items a lot, like the quests and shit like that. I don't know what it's gonna do. I mean, basically, if you can for like a range support, you want to not die, and for melee support, you want to kill him. So in general, it's just gonna be like if you can kill him, then great. If you can't kill him, then the range support wins. So unless you can actually kill him or like pressure them or do something, you're not gonna really have a bot lane that's gonna win. Or unless like the game changes where bot lane just doesn't matter as much, or like there's a lot more sustain or something like that, and then you can place like some tank supports. But generally, tank supports don't win lane, and if you can't win lane right now, it's really really hard to play the game.
Okay, fair enough then. Let's go to the
different from solo queue though. Solo queue is just like everyone just dies all over the place.
Really, you think, dude? Even for solo queue, like I feel like win lane, win game. I feel like that's for everything because like the only thing that matters really, like if you have a good early game, you have a good mid game, you have a good late game. Like there's no reason to like sacrifice your early game to like want to play something that doesn't have any pressure.
Yeah, but my point is that you can actually kill people in solo queue. Like what the range supports is die. Like everyone just dies, so you can just play whatever you want, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. I can agree with that one. Sky, you got anything?
No, I think the state of bot lane is just really interesting. Like, everything just started to be like, I knew the game changed when bot lane, the junglers would randomly just tell me, yeah, this jungle sucks now. The first jungler that camps bot lane wins the game. And I was like, wow, is that really how people think? And I heard that from like a couple of junglers now, and I'm just like, wow, I guess bot lane's in like a pretty important state for the game at the moment. And I think that's like pretty different from the rest of the season.
Yeah, all the matchups bottom are super snowballing. Everything's just like you're ahead and you have an extra item or like you have a better buy. You just win the lane and you can start pressuring. Once you start pressuring, you can roam. And also supports have the wards. So if you have pressure bottom, you're just gonna get warp their jungle. The bots are almost completely taken over. It just becomes really really hard to play out the game. And then the mid laner can come bottom and dive. Bot lane is so hard to play if you're behind.
Alright, fair enough then. Let's go to the next topic. Rakan and Xayah are out. What are your impressions of the kit over the last few days? Have you gotten a chance to try them out, Xpecial?
I played them once.
You played them once? Did you play both of them or just the Rakan?
I played Rakan with a Xayah once, and it was pretty rough. I think a lot of it, I don't really know what exactly like Xayah does, but like I think there's like some synergy where I need different runes as Rakan. Like, I need like attack speed or some shit because she does like no fucking damage. So I need to like get my W buff from her and like start beating the shit out of that lady carry. Because like when I played it, we just could not kill people. Like we did no fucking damage. So I was like, this is not working out.
What did she go? Did she go Bork first?
She went Bork first, yeah.
Yeah, that shit sucks. It's because she scales with crit, and she probably maxed the wrong ability too.
Yeah, she maxed Q. I heard you maxed better.
Q's fucking awful. That ability doesn't do anything. Yeah, Yeah, you're not winning anything with that garbage. I've been playing Xayah a lot. I've been playing her a ton. Like, that champion is fucking nutty, because, like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's never been, like... I mean... I think that realistically she's going to be fucking useless because if you play her against like Caitlyn, Karma, or Caitlyn, anything that's a lane bully, you're going to get fucking absolutely annihilated. But like if you can play her against like low range matchups like Ezreal, Lucian, I mean they're not really low range, but if you play her versus those kinds of scrappy matchups, I think she could do pretty well against them. And she has an amazing ulti which allows her to dodge like ability. Is pretty much fizz pole, so that shit's just ridiculous. She has great CC. She has her W, if you attack a champion, gives you move speed, like 20% move speed, so you can kite like fucking crazy. Like her kit's pretty good. I really like Xayah, but I think Rakan, you don't like Rakan? I think he's fucking ridiculous.
He's good. No, I think he's good. I meant the combination was like pretty troll.
Yeah.
And I was against a Caitlyn too. I think I think Rakan against like a AD carry without an escape is so good, but then I played against a Caitlyn Morgana, and that was pretty AIDS. Not gonna lie, like, I couldn't really do much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, Xayah just got shit on by the Caitlyn. Like, I couldn't really go in on the Caitlyn because it's Caitlyn, and she also has a black shield. So that game was pretty bad. But I definitely see it like being pretty good. And the recall thing is pretty interesting.
Yeah, the recall thing's ridiculous. Now, I think from like an AD perspective, I like Xayah a lot. If you can get her into a matchup that isn't just two lane bullies, like if it's not Caitlyn and anything that can bully you in lane, but you're probably going to go up against one, I think that you can't really pick her into that. But against like Lucian, Ezreal, like anything other than Caitlyn, I kind of like the matchup. Sky, you've tried her out too, right?
I've tried both. I think like I feel like she's like Kalista. I think like if you get ahead with the champion, she's so good. Like she just like stomps the game. But if you fall behind, I don't think I've seen one recover. Like I don't know what you do if you're behind on that champion. It seems like you just feed like crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean I agree with you because like the thing is, I've been going the Essence Reaver like crypt build or whatever, and it's been working out. I've like won every game of her, but the problem that I have is like if I ever fall behind, Essence Reaver is just like I fucking auto lose off of that. Like if I buy Essence Reaver and I'm not snowballing, I'm just gonna lose the game instantly because I'm never gonna do damage. Like that's why like Bork's so nice is that it gives you like a cushion to fall back on. Like, oh, I got some lifesteal. I do pretty good damage because it's like percentage health and all that shit. So it can like help out if you don't like just stomp your lane. But going crits just so fucking unforgiving, especially with everyone running around with Ninja Tabby. So I agree with you. Yeah, like if you fall behind on that champ, Ninja Tabbies. Don't get me started on that shit. But yeah, those are my biggest problems with her is like, if you fall behind on her, she's pretty much useless. And if what?
I was gonna say like, well, you finish with that. I'll continue.
Yeah, if you fall behind on her, she's useless. And versus like lane bullies, I'm not really sure how the lane would go. I haven't played against someone that was just like, oh my god, dude. Like I've played against her and I've played as her. And like I've felt like she's very exploitable. Like you can just dodge her feathers because you know which way they're gonna go. They're gonna go towards her. So I've never felt like, man, this champion's such bullshit. Are you kidding me, dude? It's just like, okay, I'm Lucian. I'm just gonna call you and run you down. You ulti, and then I just dash and kill you. So yeah, I haven't had any problems with her. What were you gonna say, Oscar?
I think the support's really interesting, but it's interesting at like a bad time for it because like Xpecial just spent a long time talking about how important laning is and why melee supports don't see a lot of play because they don't lane that well. He's like a relatively low damage melee support that has like very unique initiation and like shielding tools and like CC tools. But he's very level dependent. If you've ever looked at his abilities, they go down by more than a second a level. Like I think his E and W go down by like 2 seconds each level. And they start at 20-second cooldowns, like 15-second cooldowns. And so the champion, if he can get out of lane, I think the Rakan's actually super good. But getting him out of lane is actually going to be a very, very difficult thing, especially if you're playing against like any of the meta supports at the moment.
Actually, Rakan is a range support.
Yeah.
What's
he's got like 200.
He's got like 300. He can't even proc the stupid like the Targon's proc. I was like, oh wait, you can play like Thresh, and I realized Thresh E adds like an extra 50 damage, so you can last hit stuff. And then like with that champ, you don't get that, so you have to like actually auto kill it with 48 damage.
Yeah.
I think people are doing like the shield mastery, so they're like, kind of playing more defensive. And that's just like what's going on right now. And he seems alright. I think he's probably fine. Like his W's is so good against like the non-mobility carries, but his damage is like absolute garbage. Like I just don't do anything.
Yeah, I think Rakan's really good. Like if there's a meta where like initiating and stuff's the most important. Like his kit's fucking like you can cast all of his abilities in his ulti too, so you can ulti E W onto someone and then just like run around. That shit's he's fucking ridiculously mobile. So if a meta comes like that, or he's actually like you can get him out of lane just fine. Like if you pick Caitlyn and just try to fucking get him out of lane so you can have Rakan. I don't know why you do that, but maybe I could see him being pretty good. Like I think he's really good in team fights. Like do you guys agree?
Yeah, I think he's super good.
Yeah, I'm trying to compare him to like Bard right now because like they're kind of similar. I'm not sure which one I would rather have. I don't know. Rakan seems.
I feel like
I
Bard
don't
does
know.
a fuck ton of damage. Though, like Bard will beat your ass if you like Rakan. Like if I get hit with him, it's like, dude, fuck off, man. Like if he doesn't have a teammate with him, it's like, get the fuck off me. But if Rakan or if Bard's there, it's like, dear God, I need to flash away from this guy. He's just beating me to death with the meeps.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean like they're similar in that they don't usually one lane too much, and then they kind of like provide a lot of utility and like kind of initiate. So that's the parallels I draw. But I feel like I don't know. I think Rakan might be better because he's just super mobile. He just like jumps around so much and like has like a lot of jumps and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Bard does have a lot of really good. Like his ulti is fucking so good. I agree with that. And yeah, I guess that's true. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But are you guys happy with these two champions? That like I think these champions are great. I'm pretty happy with how they turned out.
Yeah, they're fine. It's just different. Like, oh, he reminds like of an Ezreal, like an Ezreal of supports, where it's just like you have like so many skill shots. You don't really do that much unless you're really good at him, and he's probably fine once you play him much.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love these champions. Like I thought Riot did a great job. Neither of these champions seem super OP. Like I've linked to them both. I'm just like, if in fact I'm like maybe they're too weak to be played like competitively or like really high up, but they're really fun to play. And I don't think either of them are oppressive. Like I think they're great champions and thematically they're cool too. And they're like linked abilities. You don't need the other person. Like it doesn't matter. It's nice, but like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. I will say though that I'm pretty sure Xayah needs to get her E nerf because that shit does way too much damage. But that's my only thing. But I'm pretty happy with them otherwise. So
From my experience so far, I'd rather not have a Xayah on my team when I play Rakan. That's me.
Fair enough. Then we'll go to the next one. Let me see predictions. Oh, nice predictions for the third and fourth place match and the grand finals this weekend in Vancouver. So let's shoot it over. Xpecial. More knowledge than all of us. Who are you predicting?
For the third place match, it's hard to say. I think looking from last week's performance, I'd say P1's better, but High is just High, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to like ever rule out High. They always do something crazy, and like they might reverse sweep again. Like you actually are more scared when your score is 2-0 than when it's like 0-0 because you never know if you're gonna get reverse swept.
All right, fair enough. Scar, who do you think?
For the third, fourth place, I gave it to FlyQuest, but I think it's super close. Like it's just really tough because I don't think that either team like fantastic, but I think Moon's actually been playing pretty well. Like I'm actually pretty impressed by Moon, and I have a lot of faith in him to do well in the third, fourth place match.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that if Moon and Hyde does his miraculous shot calling, maybe, but I give it to P1. I think P1. First place. Who do you think's going first place? Xpecial. TSM.
Ooh, this one's really tough. I think, this is my experience from like 2 weeks ago. I didn't watch any of the games last week. I think it's going to be a C9 from the way I see like the gameplay has been turning. Like I feel like their top lane is kind of solid. They're going to go even with Hanser, like that's just whatever. Jungle, pretty even. Mid, Jensen actually matches up really well against Bjergsen overall. And then their bot lane, I feel like C9's bot lane is a bit better. So overall, I feel like C9 has an advantage, but it's hard to have like a strong favorite towards either team. They're both really good.
I mean, if you had to pick one though.
Yeah, I go C9. Like I actually almost never root against TSM because I always feel like they're always like the favorites. But this time, like I see C9's potential. I think they're gonna win, but it's gonna be really close.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have given this to TSM instantly in like an older meta, but the current meta where bot lane is so important, I don't know. Like, I think I still am slightly TSM favored because I just think that the Hanzo and Bjergsen are insanely good solo lane players. But Jensen matches up with Bjerg super well. Top lane, I'm not sure. I actually think Impact's been playing relatively worse as the season progresses, especially like early game. And in teamfights, he's a monster. Ray, decision making in teamfights, terrible sometimes, but he's still really good. So for me, the biggest question mark I have going in the series is how will C9's bot lane smash them? Like, and I'm gonna find out after like 1 or 2 games.
You don't think Wild Turtle's gonna be able to hold up against them? Let me ask.
I actually don't think C9's gonna smash them bot lane. I just think that they're just gonna use their mid and top and like jungle pressure bot side better than TSM will. And I just feel like their team play around their bot lane is better. Not necessarily that their bot lane is better. I feel like their bot lanes are pretty even. Oh,
really? Well, I saw last week's games. I thought Turtle laned. I went back and looked at it. Turtle lane better than I expected. And so,
yeah, no, Turtle's actually doing really well in lane now. It's just, I expect that C9 will play around the bot lane better.
So you think this is just going to be like there's going to be no one like really standing out. It's just going to be who can like work together as a team the best to like just pressure around bottom?
Yeah. Whenever I see C9 play, they don't really like do much 2v2. It's very rare for them to like have much of a lead. They're just going to go even. And then they're just going to have their jungle pressure and their mid pressure. And I feel like it's going to be very dependent on their mid. Whoever can get a lead. But overall, I always see like Jensen do really well against Bjergsen. Like, he's like the only player in NA that does well against Bjergsen. So that's like pretty much the only reason why I think C9 will have a stronger. Like, I vote for them because I feel like they can play around the ball better.
All right, fair enough. Sky, then, are you gonna change to C9?
I still think I'm gonna give it to TSM a little bit, but I have the same like reasons why I think C9 can win. Whatever happens, I think the series is gonna be really close. Like, I think both the series can go either way in third, fourth, and finals.
Yeah, I think the series is gonna be close as fuck too, but I'm gonna give it to TSM because fuck you guys. I gotta be. If no one else is giving it to TSM, I'm giving it to them. Fuck you, kids. All right, let's go to the last topic. The final topic. How do you shot call effectively in solo queue at Xpecial?
I just play my team. I honestly don't do much shot calling in solo queue.
Shit, you just play just like that. You don't try to round him up and hey guys, let's work together.
No, dude, I got like my AD carry going like 0-5 in lane, giving me question marks. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this game. I'm just gonna like straight in and not actually straight in because that'd get me banned. But I would just not try to start because like, why would I when my team is legit just trolling my ass? Like, I'm just like, I don't care. It's just the game of solo queue.
Alright, fair enough. You don't ever like actually want to like round him up. You don't feel any urgency to like win your solo queue games?
No, the only time I like try in solo queue is if like the enemy team is flaming me, and then I'm like, all right, I'll try, and then I might lose anyways, but it's okay, it happens.
Alright, fair enough. Sky, you got any tips to how to shot call effectively?
Alright, I actually learned this from the Kiwi kid. After he watched my stream so long, he was like, dude, you should ping more. And I'm just like, what do you mean? And he's like, when you go do objective, just ping like nonstop. If you want to do something, you're going somewhere, you're like, whatever you're doing, just ping a lot more. And I'm just like, well, does it actually work? And I did it for a little bit, and I was like, wow, it actually matters. Like, I think that like, for instance, if you're roaming bot lane, you spam like, you ping so much you can't ping anymore, right? You spam that you're on your way, that's like a big indicator. If someone leaves your lane, you're like spamming, like, oh, mid's missing, like 7 times in the location of where he went missing, like, I think that helps a lot. Like, I don't actually try to type, because that's too much effort. But I think pings are actually like non-verbal communication that works very well, surprisingly well.
Yeah,
I ping a lot too. I also ping question marks when my team dies. But,
yeah, I think we all do that, dude. That one definitely helps. I feel like that one I feel like it improves my teammates even more. When they see the question mark, it's like, Damn, man, you're right. That was a really not great decision, Cutie. Thanks for the question mark pick. So I agree with that. I agree with Scar too. Pinging definitely, like, whenever I want to do something, I'll just spam ping it. And then the trick is you spam ping it and then you ask, can we? So then if it gets all fucked up, like, the blame isn't placed on you. Every time I do Baron, like, if I go to Baron, I just ask the jungler, can we do Baron? And then it's like, if he answers yes, then the blame is on him. And if he answers no, then we just don't bother to do it. But at least then we're grouped up so we can, like, go and do something together afterwards. So I agree. Pinging, that's the best way. Like, cause I've watched Leisha. She'll play, and I'll tell her, you gotta ping the fuck out of these monkeys. Like, if you don't ping them, everyone's just running around doing their own fucking thing because they're all brainless apes, dude. If you ping them, it's like flies to the fucking, like, light thing, dude. They just start flocking into it, and it just makes magic happen, dude. Like, the pings, you gotta do that. You gotta be pinging more.
I don't know, like, I get what you guys are saying, like, I ping a lot, but I feel like my pings are misunderstood. Like, people don't understand my pings. They're too complicated for them. Like, I'll start pinging, like, behind, like, the Baron, like, I want to go inside their jungle, and then, like, my team will start the Baron, or, like, they'll go down mid and suicide, or, like, there'll be bots for some reason without TP, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm pinging, like, 80 times towards the Baron. It's just like, they don't know what's happening. They don't know what that means.
Yeah, I mean, I wish there was, like, a lot better ways to communicate ideas better aside from ping. Like, if there was, I don't think something like this would be possible, but if there was a way to communicate with your teammates verbally without having to type, like, yeah, and they could, like, hear you, so you could, like, talk it out and, like, reason with them and, like, try to bounce ideas off of them. It'd be pretty stupid because I don't think. Yeah.
I've never heard of that. That's, like, too much, I think.
Yeah, it might be too much. It's just a pretty crazy idea that I have.
I know.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll just be playing and it's like, God, man, if I could just fucking tell these guys, like, don't hit the Baron, just fucking hide there and keep dewarding it. Like, every time I go to the Baron, let's not do it. Some dumbass hits it while I'm in the pit. I lose half my life. We get, like, wiped afterward. It's just like, and then they ask me, why did you call that, Cutie? It's like, I don't know, because I'm a fucking idiot, dude. That's why I fucking called it. Dude, those kinds of situations, those are the ones that just make you fucking hate solo queue sometimes, but. Yeah, if there was just some kind of magical way that I could communicate to my teammates verbally, I would like it. Make shot calling effective.
Maybe in a few years. I don't think we don't have the technology for that. It's like too advanced.
Yeah, no way a billion-dollar company could afford to find out a way to do that. That's no way in hell. Sky, you got anything to add to this?
No, man, I agree with you. If we could chat using our mouths and sounds, that would be great. I would really like
sounds.
I'll grunt at them a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Honestly,
no, the sounds are so good. Dude, if I see my teammate doing stupid shit, I don't use the question mark ping. I use the danger ping. That red ping, the shrieking sound just, like, makes people want to back the fuck up off of it. Like, they don't even want to go near it. It's like that ding sound just going off over and over again. I like sounds. Sounds works too, man. But maybe if I could communicate by talking too, that'd probably be pretty good.
I think words are good enough. So sounds, I don't know. I don't really have any, like, good sounds I can use.
Honestly, the only thing I'm worried about is, like, let's say voice chat comes out. Dude, I'm just saying though, like, I've played with a lot of junglers recently. They're all toxic. Like, I don't want to get flamed with my jungler because they blind invaded the side where I didn't have pressure on. They died, and they were just like, what? When that happens, I get question mark spam ping. But I can just be like, you know what? I don't think that was a good idea. I say that to myself. But, like, I'm sure if, like, voice comms are in the game, they will instantly be like, why do you follow me up, dude? What happened?
I don't know. I'd be so down for that. I'd be so down to just, like, argue it out in chat, because it's just, like, it's not pressure, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like people won't be as aggressive in voice chat as well, because people are just so down to just get scrappy and, like, text. But once you, like, actually talk to them, like, most people are, like, pretty chill. I don't know.
Yeah, like, I feel like...
I mean, there's some bad eggs out there. Tarzan, apparently, according to Lod. Not according to me, according to Lod.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I just feel like too. Yeah, I agree with you that some people like. Yeah, I'll have my jungler. He'll invade through bot side, try to go to like blue side, red buff. He dies on there. It's like he'll question mark pin me. It's like you didn't fucking push in my lane. I'm against Kaylin. What the fuck do you want from me? Like if he was on voice comms and he was like, "Cutie, you didn't help me invade, dude." It's like, are you fucking blind? I'm on my turret. What the fuck do you want me to do? Like if someone's gonna argue with me about that, get off your turret. Then it's like. Okay, like I can't even be mad about that. But when it's through text and it's like, get off your turret, cutie, and help me invade, and I gotta type it back to him. It's just too much effort, man. At least if I can like try to reason with him and try to make him understand my side, I'm all for voice chat. I enjoy arguing with people, especially when they're wrong. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm so down.
Yeah, like I love arguing. Like when someone tells me that I did something wrong, it's too much effort to like type it back to them. Like you're a fucking idiot. This is why what you did was fucking stupid. I'm just like, yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Okay, I'm done with it. Like it's too much fucking effort for me. Whatever, dude. So
yeah, I just accept it. I'm just like, you know what? You're right, man. Like. I'm just not gonna say anything.
Yeah,
you do you.
It's just easier to be like that. But dude, if voice comms comes out, I'm all for it, man. I'm down for that. I love voice, so yeah. Let's go with that. Let's go to the final. Now this is the real final topic. Let me ask you something. Xpecial, have you ever done a live question and answer before?
Well, actually, I have.
Okay.
I was gonna say no, but yeah.
All right, if you've done a live question and answer, you don't need me to explain it to you, so we can get right underway with the questions and answers. Ladies and gentlemen, download Discord, ask the questions here. I'm going straight to the questions right now. So we're gonna start off with my man. Let's go. Richie Farley wants to know at Xpecial thoughts on Reggie. And any bad blood?
No, not really. We're pretty chill. I mean, I don't know. Stuff happened years ago, and like it was like, I mean, we saw things differently, and then everyone grows up a little bit, and kind of look back, and you're like, it wasn't a big deal, and now you just chill. I think that's how it is for a lot of people.
All right, fair enough. Let's go to my man. I'm gonna choose. Cloud wants to know, what state do you feel like bot lane is in right now since Bork buffs and shielding supports have become meta? Do you feel like Lucian and Lulu are too strong currently? I mean, I love Bork on every carry. That shit, it feels very good to not just get absolutely destroyed by someone stacking armor because, like, Bork's pretty effective item and it gives you the move speed so you can get away from tanks instead of just standing there dying to them miserably. And it gives you pretty good damage and lifesteal. It pretty much gives you everything you could want for an AD in one item. And then for shielding supports becoming meta, I don't know what supports shield aside from Lulu. But I think Lulu's too strong. That shit needs to get nerfed.
What about Karma, dude? Come on.
Yeah, Karma. Oh, God, Karma. That champion's fucking disgusting. Don't make me puke, dude. Don't even bring up her name. Like, I think Lulu's a lot worse than Karma, but Karma, that Mantra Shield shit's just, Mantra Shield lock is just, that shit's too much. Like, either don't give it move speed and let it have the fucking enormous shield, or like, nerf the shield or some shit. But I don't like that. I don't like how good she is in lane, and then how good she is out of lane. So that's my opinion on it. What do you think, Xpecial, of it?
Oh, sorry. What was the last part?
What do you think of Lulu, Karma, and do you think any ADs need a nerf?
I think they're too oppressive. They like shut out so many other sports, but I mean. It's fun though. Like I like it when certain supports are stronger than the other supports because there's a higher priority on like that support in like draft and stuff like that, and that's like fun to me. Is like having it be like, oh look, I have to actually do work and like have to go off and pop off, and that's fun for me. But I like to see other supports be strong too. Like shield support's a little bit more boring.
All right, you got any problems with any ADs or Bork in general?
Let me think. What's the strongest AD right now?
I mean,
Ash.
probably.
Yes.
If it depends, I guess, what you'd be looking for. But like, if you want to just lane bully Caitlyn, if you want to go to team fighting Ash, I'm not really sure. I don't have a problem with any ADs right now, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Caitlyn's pretty impressive. Like a good Caitlyn player is so annoying. I think other than that, there's nothing else that's like too annoying. But I mean, that's a whole like part of Caitlyn where you have to win lane, you have to be annoying, or else it'll just fall off.
Yeah. Like, there's no AD that I play against, and I'm like, man, this is bullshit, dude. Caitlyn's kind of like that. Caitlyn's pretty fucking stupid, honestly. Yeah, Caitlyn, because you combine Caitlyn, like a winning AD matchup with a winning support matchup with like Lulu or Karma, and it's just like, just fucking kill me, dude. Anything I pick into that shit's just awful, and it's just not fun at all. And then if my support's a monkey and plays like fucking Thresh or something, and then he never lands a hook, it's just like, I'm really enjoying this game. This is fun for me.
Yeah.
All I care about is Lulu's polymorph to be like someone looked at, because I think it just gives too much. You know, it feels so bad when you get polymorph. Like I don't know how you like, even as like a short range AD. Like if you're playing Lucian, you get polymorph, you're just like, well, that was fun.
Yeah, I've said it before. I just wish polymorph was a stunt. I wish they'd just be more upfront with it. Like, it might as well be it's a slow and you can't do anything, but it gives you like the illusion that you can by letting you move around. Like, just be like, I'm gonna fucking die when I get polymorph. Just let me just be stunned there and die miserably. Don't make me like, oh, I'm running away, dude. It's okay. I'm just polymorph. Fuck, I'm just dead anyways. I don't know. I agree. That shit needs to get nerfed. That thing's way too long of a CC. For how easy, like, it's just a point and click ability. It's like Fiddle Fear. It's like how Fiddle Fear used to be, and they nerfed that shit, so I don't know why they wouldn't nerf this one too. You got anything special?
Not a big fan of that polymorph either. It's super annoying. Every time like I try to go in, it's just like my AD carries his polymorph, he just dies. It's like great.
Yeah,
I love Lulu.
Yeah, and
then she like one shots you too with Ignite. It's just like great.
Because the thing is, like, the polymorph's bad, but it's not. It would be okay if Lulu didn't just like do your entire health bar while you're poly. Like, her damage is just fucking insane, and her auto attacks and like everything about her is just like nutty. So
yeah, she actually has 5 abilities. Like all 5 of her abilities are like super strong.
Yeah, she just does way too fucking much. And then, yeah, because now you run Ignite too. It's just like if you fuck up, you're gonna die 100%. And it's like, the lane's fucking over then. So, I hate that, champ. I can't.
Oh yeah, and the lane part is, you don't even max your Q anymore. So like, your only skill shot is the ability that you don't even touch. It's just like, you just put a point to it. If you miss it, whatever, dude. You still have your auto attacks. Like, everything else about her is just like point and click, and you just do a shit ton of damage.
Yeah.
Like, at least with Karma, you have to aim something, right? Like, there's some semblance of skill, but Lulu is just press your E and use auto.
Yeah, Karma, because I will say, like, Karma, it does feel like you can dodge her mantra Q, and if you dodge it, it's like you're set up to actually be able to do something against her. If you dodge Glitterlands, you're just gonna get polyed and die anyway, so it don't fucking matter with her. So I agree with you there on that one. We'll go to the next question. Let me see. My man wants to know. Remix wants to know at Xpecial. Since you're such a big fan of Solic, he wants to know: would you enjoy playing bottom if you were Bronze 5?
Wait, so if I was Bronze 5?
Yeah, if you were Bronze 5, would you enjoy playing bottom?
Like bot lane?
Yeah, bot lane.
No, I'd probably go play mid or some shit. Like, if you're Bronze 5, I can play whatever in Bronze 5. I can legit I'll still win the game, because they won't be able to kill me. Like, if you're that low, it's just, the game is not even the game anymore. It's just killing bots. I mean, I just, like, when I'm playing against, like, lower elo stuff, I just go, like, Medjai's, like, first item. I don't care. It's just, like, I know I'm gonna kill people.
Alright, fair enough. Chris wants to know, Ascar, what are your overall thoughts on Gunblade? Do you feel like it needs a nerf, or is LeBlanc the only source of the problem?
God, I think it's cool to have niche items. It does feel oppressive because it enables LeBlanc to become God, and it's also good unlike some other champions. But that's like I don't mind the item existing. I'd rather they just nerf the LeBlanc as a champion than nerf like the item. But it's hard when you take away 80 damage or like 120 damage from her kit, and somehow she's still one of the best hits in the game. Just because, oh god, I hate LeBlanc with a passion.
Dude, I have so much PTSD from LeBlanc, dude. Every time you play against that shit.
Yeah, this champion is fucking annoying. I mean, you
she builds an AD item, and she's still, like, broken as fuck. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, you don't have a problem with because Gunblade does, like, when you buy it, it does, like, 300 damage on the active. You don't have a problem with that?
I think it enables certain champions to be played. Like, I think without Gunblade, Akali would, like, not see play, essentially. And, like, I don't think she's oppressive with Gunblade. She's allowed to be able to be, like, herself.
Yeah, but I feel like Akali's, like, too fucking... She's, like, a relic of... Like, she was designed around building AD and AP, but that's not how this game works anymore, so they just got rid of all that shit. I don't know, I feel...
Honestly, I just think it's weird because... it's problematic because remember when Vamp used to be in the game, Spell Vamp, everyone just goes to revolvers around random stuff. People would go 3 revolvers because they forgot to make a unique passive. It was super obnoxious. That's kind of how I think right now. Is like Gunblade is like one of the only sustain items that also does damage, and it's got like tools that are super oppressive, but because it's gated behind a really expensive cost. But yeah, if you can build it, you're god. So maybe the item probably needs to get looked at too. It's just most prevalent in like the Ahri and the LeBlanc builds.
Yeah, I feel like it's just prevalent in anything that can assassinate because it's like now you just have more damage. Like you just have like every time I see Ahri with Gunblade Lich Bane, LeBlanc with Gunblade Lich Bane, it's like, oh, I'm gonna juke your ability. Oh shit, you just hit me with like 1,000 damage.
W.
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of fucking point and click. You auto Gunblade W me. That shit proc Thunderlords. It did like 1,000+ damage to me. Okay, I'm just dead now. I don't know. I don't really like it, but I think that they could use a nerf. But maybe it's just because I'm an AD, so I just hate anything that can kill me. Memento Mori wants to know, how do you guys feel about Shady as the starting support for Phoenix 1 over Stunned? I've played with both of them in Silicon. I said both of them would be in the LCS, and they both ended up being. Like, coincidentally, it was like the Beyond the Rift. I did the Beyond the Rift, and then like the next week, they both were like announced to be like playing or whatever. So I was pretty happy about that because I think they were both like pretty good supports in solo queue. When I played with them, I was like, damn, these guys like usually I'll play with the support, and it's like this guy's fucking garbage. He's autofill trash. Like, we're just gonna get fucked. But when I play with them, it's like, nice. This is pretty good. I like this a lot, man. So I don't know how I feel about Shady over Stunt because Stunt was like doing pretty decent, right, or no?
In the game on stage, she was doing pretty well. That's what I thought.
Yeah. What do you think, Xpecial? Because you're a support player.
So Stunt was actually on my team for a little bit. He actually played in some games. He subbed in for me for some games too. I mean, he's like, they're both. I think they're about the same. I don't think there's like any strong like, oh, this one's better than the other. I think they're both like very similar. They play like similar champions. I couldn't put one above the other.
Okay, so you don't think that this change is really going to change much?
Nah, it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, I felt like this change. I mean, it must be something like communication or something that I don't think that I could see. So I can't really comment on it. But from what I know about the player's skill level wise, it doesn't feel like anything's going to change. Maybe they might be better because Shady's super like talkative or something. But we'll just have to see in the game. Sky, you got anything on this?
No, I just hope that at one point I can see Shady's Vel'Koz, because that's actually how I remember him.
Yeah,
I remember
he used
him
to
as,
spam the fuck out of Vel'Koz.
I remember him legit as only a Vel'Koz player, and so I just think it'd be really funny for him to pull it out in LCS.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Unlikely.
You never know.
Yeah, I guess it might be his pocket pick. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I expect to see some Vel'Koz this weekend, at least one game.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad to Zyra. Maybe they could force like the Zyra matchup and he plays Vel'Koz into it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's like a few matchups where Vel'Koz actually does really well in.
Okay. Let me see. We'll go to our final question. Our final question shall be, this is a great question to end it on. Jay Becker 14 wants to know, at Xpecial, in your opinion, who's the better AD, Cutie Pie or Double F?
So it's a tough question, right?
Yeah.
I think in NA it's such a waste for players to go into streaming like that are good. I think it's like such a waste. It's like you have so little players that are good, and then like you have half of them go into streaming, and then it's like, who do we get left? You get like all these random shitters, and I mean they're still good. Don't get me wrong, but like I think you guys are both really good. The only thing I'd say is that like Double just dies a lot in team fights, and then Cutie, you kind of troll. I don't know. I feel like if you like wanted to be good, you could be so good.
So you're saying I'm better than Double Lift?
No, I didn't say that. I think you guys are both around the same. I think right now Double is probably better because he's been playing professional. Like he's been practicing a lot more. Like not just solo queue, but when you guys were both playing, you guys were just like different players, and then. I don't know, man. Every time I see you, I just can't get the image of like this guy just trolling out of my head. It's just like everything about you is just so troll. Like I don't understand.
Fair enough. Wait, you think that it's a waste to go into streaming instead of like playing professionally? Like, is it for like?
It's a waste of talent, not a waste of like time or anything.
No. Yeah, that's how I meant. Like for like North American pride or whatever, you'd want to see like more people trying to like reach like the highest levels of gameplay.
Well, I'd much rather see like there be more good NA players than for like good NA streamers. You know, that's all it is.
Well, what do you think is the problem with that? Like, why do you think that there's? Because I agree with you. I feel like there's a severe drought of NA talent. Like, I'll play solo. I mean, I played solo queue 10 hours a day. Not even very rarely. I never say to myself like, "God damn, this guy is fucking beasting me on." But like, holy shit, he's fucking destroying me. It's just like, yeah, I just play and it's like, okay. That's cool.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of League of Legends is just like team play and like working with your team, and it just feels like a lot of players are just more greedy. I don't know. Maybe it's something about the culture. I don't know what it is, but like overall, we just don't do as well. There's a lot of communication issues nowadays because every team has like Koreans and stuff like that, and there's always those issues. But like the biggest thing that holds NA back right now is just communication barriers across all. Like there's just too little teams that have fixed those issues right now, and almost every team has issues like that.
But because I always say that I think that communication, like I would rather have a team that just communicates amazingly than a team of like 5 fucking gods that never say anything to each other. Do you think that like communication is one of the biggest keys to winning in League of Legends, like in a competitive setting?
100%, definitely. It's by far the biggest thing, because it doesn't matter if you're ahead in your lane. For example, say you're ahead bottom, right? 2v2, you're ahead. But you don't say shit, you can't pull your team down. What's the point of that pressure? If they bring their team down and you get ganked and you lose all that pressure, like what's the point of having that lead in the first place? There's so much about communication in the game, and just the fact that for a lot of teams, because they don't all speak the same language, they're not comfortable saying all the little details, that becomes a big deal. And even though like it's a team like CLG where you might not expect the lanes to all be really solid, they do a lot better than all these other teams because they can communicate the small things. So when they are ahead, they keep their leads, and they're able to come back from deficits because they're able to pull their team down and just work together a lot better. And I think in the next few years we're going to see a lot more of that transition. And then even in China right now, I think their top 2 teams don't have any Korean imports in China, which is like one of the first regions to have multiple Korean imports. They've realized that there's something there, that there is communication issues over there, and we're a little slow in that in NA, but a lot of it is because we don't have enough NA players to fill those slots in the first place that we have to rely on the Korean imports. Like, I do not want to pick up like some random NA player and put them into our team if, you know, like if they're just that much worse.
Well, you don't think? Do you think like people always talk about like fostering talent and you gotta like give them like a couple years, that kind of shit? You'd never want to do that, because I mean, I'll say if I was in your place, if I had to fill the support role and it was like I can go with this guy who's played competitive for a while, or if I can go with this random challenger player, I would almost never take the random challenger player. If I know that the other guy saw it, I don't give a shit about fostering talent and that kind of shit. I want to like win and not just have like 2 years of just sucking complete dick until maybe we roll the dice and hey, this guy was really good. Nice, dude. You ended up getting the jackpot. What do you think of that?
You just don't have enough time for that. It's very rare to, like, if you have too many new players on your team too, you're not going to be able to improve that way. But you have one new person, then that guy's going to have to learn really, really quickly. And that's fine. And that works out. And I think in the future, if, you know, like franchising LCS or whatever happens and like there's teams that are forced to have B teams and whatnot, I think fostering talent would be much more commonplace. But a lot of it is just like the sheer amount of players that play ranked is just so low compared to other regions that you just don't have as many good players. Like it's kind of the same reason why like there aren't that many like girl like good players, because there just aren't enough girls playing the game. If there's more, then you would see more. It's just the sheer number. It's just by playing odds, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah,
I completely agree with that statement too. Like it's all just numbers. If you see like the ranked population from ranked populations of the other major regions, it's not even close. Like the fact that you guys see that thing that China was doing.
I was gonna bring that up.
Oh my gosh!
Master, Challenger, and D1 players. Just those three. I can't even hope to get a game without Diamond like 2 players in my game. Like,
yeah, I can't even fathom how fucking amazing that must be. Like, if I could have something where it's like holy shit, if they made something where it was like all the challenger players and like a bunch of regions play on this server now and the ping's good and that kind of shit, it would be fucking amazing. Like when I heard that China shit came out, I was like, my god, dude, I fucking wish something like that could happen in NA. But
we'd have like 3 players. Like,
yeah, there's like fucking no. Dude, I'll be playing and it's like, let's see who's online right now. Oh, there's like 4 people online right now. That's great, dude. I'll I'll go on my main. I go on my main at 2 p.m. my time, because that's like the only time that people start waking up. Like, no, I don't want to say no one plays the game, but like there's like almost no fucking players at like Challenger that are like grinding 24/7 all the fucking time. And I feel like that's what you kind of have to do to like become like a good enough player. Also, do you have? I think that if voice communications came to this game, it could definitely help out with like challenger players that wanted to make the next step to pro play. Because I always say like I thought Tarzan, when I played against him, he was like one of the few players I was like, wow, he's like pretty good at jungling. Like he knows how to abuse this jungle that it is right now. But I'd always say, like, I'm not really sure how good he'd be in competitive, because he could just be, like, absolute dead weight. Like, all he can do is just clear camps, and he can't, like, communicate effectively. Like, hey, I want to do this. Hey, I'm going to be here. Hey, the jungler is here. Do you think that if voice communication was in solo queue, it would help foster talent a little bit more? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the fact that you'll see, like, how the pros do it, like, you're gonna hear players like Aframu, myself, and like other shot callers just be like talking about the game, like talking about what to do. And once you see it over and over, you're gonna like, oh, like I'll try to copy that. And it's very natural to copy what's working. And actually, you know, in Korea, they don't have voice communication, but pings are used a lot more. And everyone actually knows what to do. Like, people actually group up. Whereas in NA, people just literally sit in their lanes for like 25 minutes and like Baron's up, like the enemy just took Baron, right? You're still bot lane laning 2v2. It's just like, the game is just different in solo queue. People don't know what to do. And it's not even their fault. It's because you don't have like as many good players. You don't really copy what the good players do, and everyone just, that's why it's like Clown Fiesta. It's like, that's why it's such a common thing.
it's definitely the standard of understanding the game like needs to increase, and voice communications would help that a lot. Like, how long did it take like the common challenger player to understand like sides of pressure? In fact, I don't even know if they still understand.
They don't.
Like,
No.
There's a lot of times where like I'll play games and I'm just like, he's on the wrong side of the map, or they shouldn't be on this side because like we're looking to pressure this side, right? But that's like the kind of stuff that like you don't understand until you actually like play competitively, because that's where you get the first taste of why it's important, because you have to understand that to be able to like beat teams. And I think that if people are in voice comms, you're like, okay, we're controlling this side, just come with me, we'll go in war. Like that, just understanding that, it'll increase the average level of just like knowledge about the game, so people will just naturally play better, like with voice comms, even though there'll be a lot of flaming guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that, man. But we've gone pretty long about this topic, so we're just gonna call it a day. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us on today's Beyond the Rift, and I want to give a special shout out to my man Xpecial. Xpecial, thank you for joining us today on Beyond the Rift. Is there anything you would like to say to the people, like if they want to see more of you?
Oh, you don't want to see more of me. But thank you guys for having me on the show, and thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I think that's it. I appreciate it, and see you guys in a few years.
Hey, it won't be a few years, dude. Come on, we might get you on this show again if you would be so kind. Sky, you got anything to say?
Of course. And if you'd like to follow our special guest on Twitter, follow him at Xpecial on Twitter.com. He's verified. His name is Alex Chu on there. Make sure to follow him. Aside from that, man, you know where to find me. I'll be streaming right after this. You know where to find Cutie. Cutie, why don't you tell them where they can find you?
You can find me at the channel, the designated channel you're watching currently at the moment, Beyond the Rift. Every Thursday, same time every day, or same time every Thursday, 5 p.m. EST. Do not miss out on your chance to watch some of that knowledge, that good knowledge stuff that we're providing to you guys. But anyways, that's going to be it for the episode today. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you have a good day, and goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.